Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Right, today we're just going to go and check on the vents. It's been raining really heavily, so this would be really the first time. The car's been standing for a few days now, so it's just really checking on how much water has actually got into the vents. It'll be interesting to see, so let's go and have a look at that now. Oh, and also what we're going to do is, I did notice that some of the silicone around one of the vent, the mesh on the vent, had actually fallen or come away. So we do need to address that as well. So we're going to use some sealant or silicone sealant adhesive to address that problem. It's really annoying, you know, they're brand new, and one would hope that that wouldn't have happened so soon. But I mean, there is just dabs of adhesive around the mesh holding it in place, so you know it is what it is. So we're just going to address that problem too. So let's go and have a look and see what water we've got in there. Oh, and before I go, I normally say this at the end of the video, but if you are passing through and you haven't already, please press the subscribe button. That would really help me and the channel out. If you can give it a like as well, that would be amazing. And go and watch some of the other content that I've put up. And so let's go and address this now. Right everyone, welcome back to the channel. So this is the first time that it's chucked it down with the new WRC vents fitted, and I'm just going to open the bonnet and let's see how much water's got in whilst having vents like this on the car. It's been parked here, actually it's been parked here now for 3 days. So let's get the bonnet open and check. Okay, let's have a look. Right, so there is some water over here, and there is some water on the air filter and near the fuse box, which isn't ideal. So right, let's just get the bonnet hooked up. Definitely need to get some bonnet risers. Right, let's have a good look. Okay, so yeah, there is some water around the light. Obviously the fuse box is covered, but it's not ideal. This box is out of the way and has been taped. It doesn't actually do anything, so, but there is some water, so be aware when you get in WRC vents, water does get in. This is obviously from the M vents, so we could get a cover, which I sell on CUSTOMRIDES, by the way, CUSTOMRIDES.uk. A nice perspex cover could go here to essentially cover that. So there's some water down here. I mean, it has been raining hard, to be honest, and as I say, it's been 4 days. So is it ideal? Probably not. It's not crazy bad, but there are obviously essential items under here, like an alternator. So be wary, obviously having vents, but it's not crazy. But we might need to look at that and see what we can solve by maybe making something to cover whilst trying to stop this water getting in. Okay, well, I just thought I'd give you an update. Okay, so this is the other problem I have with the vent. If you see here, a little bit of silicone, it's actually come away. And down here, which is really annoying. So we've got some silicone, we're gonna got some black adhesive, so we're gonna put some more along these edges just to really hold that in place and make that stable. We're also going to address there's one couple here, I think. Yeah, this one is loose as well, which is really frustrating. So, and it's not you know, it's not the neatest of work. So what we're going to do is I've just bent that up actually just a moment ago, so I've just bent it a little bit nicer around. So we're going to silicone along here and hold that in place and make that a lot neater and tidier. And then what we'll do is we'll silicone these first, hold it in place, and then later on in the coming days we'll remove these tabs and then make it look really nice. And then this one here needs to be folded round. You can see there, doesn't look very pretty. So let's get this done. Well, this is the stuff I've bought. I did want Tiger Seal, but they didn't have any in Halfords, so we're going to go with this. I got this from B&Q. This is a adhesive sealant as well, in black, so this should do the job. So we're going to run with this and just try and get these mesh in a better position. Right, let's do this. I mean, I have to say I don't moan that often, but I mean, a little bit more care doing this, I guess, would have been better while they're off the cutter, because it's problematic while they're on. I can't get to it properly and I'm making a bit of a mess, which is annoying me because I don't really want to get it onto the vents themselves, but it is causing an issue. It's right in the corner and it's a real pain in the ass, so not particularly pleased. Right, this is the only way I can work out how to do this, is I've had to put a cable tie in there to try and hold this up and pushed. So we're now going to go from the back and see if we can just get some more sealant around it, but just to hold it in place. I don't have any string available, so hopefully this will just hold it enough just to adhere on that side, and then we're good to go. Well, I'm not going to completely bore you with this, but yeah, so what I'm doing is I've just managed to hold these two up as well using the same principle. Just sort of putting a cable tie in it and pulling it. And so I've just managed to sort of pull it up enough to get some silicone on the top. So I'm just going to put it up like that. Just try and hold it in position a bit better than they were. Cool. Anyway, so that's the idea. Hopefully we just get these done because I'm a bit bored of it, to be honest. I've got other things to do, more important things than trying to glue mesh vents back. But anyway, let me just get this done, as it's bloody messy. Ugh. Right everyone, I'm kind of bored of this now, so I've done this one. That one seems to be okay at the moment, and done these here. So we're just going to leave that now. I'm just going to leave that to dry, basically. Hopefully that holds them in okay. So a job done which really I hadn't planned today. I was only checking for water, but I've got a couple of ideas actually. I might do something with this and put something over it. I've got a couple of ideas anyway. I'm just going to work with that for now, but I'm just going to leave this to dry, and I've kind of had enough, so we're going to call it a day and go and do something else. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Right guys, it's the next day. I was getting so angry yesterday with doing the bonnet vents, but I did manage to complete the task that I was doing, and they have stuck down, so I'm just going to show you that now. I still want to continue and get it all sorted, but as far as the ones that had come off, managed to get them done. So let's just take a look at that now. Just a couple of things to be wary of. Obviously with the bonnet vents set in the middle on the end vents, you can see here the air filter has, this isn't brand new, so this has been happening. I've had those vents on for a couple of years now, So this is a couple of years worth where it started to go rusty. So, you know, it's due probably to be changed anyway. It is good 2 years old now. But just to be wary of that when you put vents in, you might want to consider having a shroud, which I do sell on CUSTOMRIDES.uk in perspex or in metal. But it's just these ones here. A little bit concerned, obviously, the water coming around this area here on the fuse box. So I might have to address that. I've got a couple of ideas with regards to these, so we'll have a think about that. But just to be wary, as I showed you the other day, water does get in if you have your car outside, and potentially things will begin to go rusty if you're not careful. So this was the main one here. It was all flapping here, so that has stuck down. And then I'll put another bit up here and around this side here, so that is secure now. That's not coming off, but I'd like to continue and just get them nicely done. I didn't touch this one, but as you can see, it doesn't look great, to be honest. So this really needs sorting out, especially with your engine bay open. It just looks awful. So I did this bit here and here to secure these. So what we'll do is we'll remove these at some point and then just make this flush all the way along. Same with here and up here. But I'll probably use a paste knife just to give it a finish, because that does look pretty rubbish, to be honest. These tabs just hanging down like this. But at least we got it done, and we didn't touch this one. So at least they're secure now anyway, and they're not falling out. That was the main concern. They'd fall out and they'd just drop into the engine bay and get lost, or fall out of the car. So, but that completes that anyway. So guys, this wasn't really a video to do with owning bonnet vents, but to be honest, I guess you could argue it's kind of headed that way. The do's and don'ts, or the pros and cons, is probably a better way of putting it. Pros and cons of owning bonnet vents. Well, I mean, I've had the M vents on the front for about 2 years, and to be honest, not really seen any issues. The car lives outside, so apart from the air filter going a little bit rusty, I haven't had any problems at all. It's never not started first time, and I've not seen any issues. So only time will tell with regards to the WRX vents, whether that will cause any issues with water ingress into the engine bay. As I showed you the other day, or at the start of the video, the water that's got in from a couple of days worth of downpours is not bad, but you could argue it wasn't constant for those 2 days, so it was changeable weather. So it'd be interesting to see during the winter time if the WRX vents, it does cause more water in the engine bay than potentially I've ever had before. So I won't know until really the weather starts to change and get worse. I put the bonnet vents, or the M vents, on to release heat from the engine bay, and I kid you not, during the winter time you can see hot air coming out of them. So I think it's a great idea. Obviously adds sound to the outside of the car from the engine. So yeah, in that respect, I've always loved those. In terms of the WRX, we'll see. Has it changed the sound? Not really. Probably less sound inside the engine, or inside the cabin, so it's more obviously outside now. But I've not really seen any differences in terms of, well, there's obviously no performance gain, but it does look pretty cool. So I'm happy in that respect. Slightly frustrated that obviously I've had to do some maintenance on it already, but nevertheless, you know, things don't stick properly or fail, so you know, that wasn't a big deal. I was just getting frustrated the other day. But yeah, we'll see. I'll update you if it gets worse and there's too much water inside, then we'll consider doing something about that. As I say, I've got a couple of ideas to potentially work on that. Potentially with some plastic underneath it, but we'll see. I don't want to go too far with it. And but that concludes the video at this stage. So thanks for watching as always, and if you haven't, hit the subscribe button and give us a like, and I'll catch you on the next one.